After weeks of waiting, what I'm saying, after months of waiting, Bonk is finally hitting a new all-time high. Let's have a look at how much longer this rally can last using on-chain analytics. Let's try to look behind the price data. Now we're currently up 12% today. This week we went up by almost 70%. And initially the month didn't go as planned, but now we're picking up. In sum, we are up 130% almost this month. But again, things were not smooth. We had a bit of a roller coaster ride in between. Let's see what happened here and let's see whether or not we are coming back down again. Now I am publishing videos on Bonk regularly on this channel. And the very first video was published more than a year ago. To be precise, 372 years ago. And that video already outperformed an average video. And up to this day, it still gets some views. Now at the time, the price was at 5043. Now we are at 4055, so more than a 10x. And so I'm trying to be early on this channel. I try to publish videos on meme coins that have positive momentum, that do have potential more upside. If you don't want to miss the next video, feel free to subscribe, feel free to potentially even hit the notifications. Now let's go into the on-chain analytics of Bonk. On-chain, we've got 820,000 holders. And within the meme coin universe, Bonk is the largest on the Solana chain. Dogecoin is its own token, Shiba Inu and Pepe are on Ethereum. And so this gives us a first idea of what the potential upside is. If Bonk was to do another 10x from here, it would be very close to Dogecoin. With a doubling, it would already go to number 3. With a quadrupling, it would be close to Shiba Inu. Now, since the market caps are so large, it is important how much capital there is on Ethereum versus Solana. There is some kind of tailwind here. Because in the last 2 years, Solana outperformed Ethereum quite a bit by 840%. And this is likely going to continue. There's more and more activity on Solana. Ethereum is getting crushed. And part of the reason is the lackluster performance of Ethereum relative to Bitcoin since the move from proof of work to proof of stake. An underperformance of more than 60%. And so it's not unreasonable to play with that scenario that at one point in time, the largest meme coin across all chains could be on Solana and not on Ethereum anymore. So that would bring us a 3 to 4x to cross Shiba Inu. Now with those various launches across the Bonk ecosystem and with the listings on centralized exchanges, etc., the number of holders over time, those kind of graphs look quite skewed. And initially I thought this is manipulation, but I'm not so sure. I think those are simply transactions from market makers to and from centralized exchanges. Now on the left side, we see the number of wallets that have at least 20 million Bonk tokens. So at the current price, that's roughly $1,000 worth of the token. So there are 40,000, or to be more exact, 42,000 wallets that have that kind of capital in Bonk on chain. If you go another 10x in minimum holding, so 200 million tokens, we are at 9,400 wallets. Another 10x, which brings us to around $100,000 worth of the token. We've got 2,600 such wallets. Now we can see how all of those wallet cohorts are recently accumulating. And that accumulation happened pretty much since the beginning of the month across the board. We can also see how there is ever rising interest in Bonk. On the left side, we see the number of recurring versus new traders per day. On the right side, we see the number of token transactions per day. And both of this is rising very nicely. But of course, there is a danger in buying something that's already quite hyped, right? Whenever attention shifts to other assets, then of course the price could also potentially bleed. And so this is how it goes. On the left side, we see the US dollar trading volume per day. On the right side, we see this normalized to 100% every day. And we can clearly see how attention for Bonk comes in waves. It goes up and down and up and down. And currently we are obviously very high on attention. We can also see that over time, the small retail investor tends to have less and less of the trading volume. And the larger investors tend to have more and more of a say in the trading volume. And so here's likely a chart you have never seen before. When we bet on Bonk, we are betting on the Solana ecosystem as well. But we also want to outperform Solana, right? Otherwise, we can simply just buy SOL. What we see over here is not the Bonk US dollar price. We see Bonk measured in SOL. So Bonk's performance relative to Solana. And what's so interesting about this chart is that there seems to be some kind of a trading range. Not a perfect trading range, but still, sometimes trading volume is very, very high. Sometimes it's rather low. And whenever it's high, the price also tends to be high. Currently, if that trading range doesn't break, then the upside isn't really that great compared to the downside. Now, don't get me wrong. I do believe that speculation on meme coins makes a lot of sense right now. Because just have a look at the best performing crypto categories in the last 7 days. Zoo themed is at number 1. The Pump.Fun ecosystem, which is a launch pad of meme coins on Solana, is up by 89%. Those are the kinds of categories that perform the best, right? It's all meme coin related. What's performing not so well? It's DeFi, it's lending and borrowing and liquid staking and restaking and crypto gaming, etc. It's all about finding meme coins and ideally finding them early. Because have a look at the best performing meme coins in the last 7 days. Those are all small market cap coins. They are not in the billions, they are in the tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions. But even over here, the tokens that are in the hundreds of millions, they all performed that well, and you would have had to buy them when they were still in the tens of millions. And so really the market seems to be splitting in 2 segments now. We've got on the one hand the Bitcoin buyers, right? The Bitcoin dominance continues to rise. Bitcoin becomes a more and more important part of crypto. And on the other side, we've got all the meme coin traders that want to outperform by 10 or 100x. The middle is pretty much shrinking away. The GameFi tokens, the DeFi tokens, DePIN, infrastructure, it's all going down relative to Bitcoin. It's either meme coins or it's Bitcoin. And ideally, it's small cap meme coins. But then there's the question, right? How can we find a token like Peanut when it's not at $1.63, but when it's just at a few cents? How was I able to publish a video on Peanut when it was still at 11 cents? The answer is wallet tracking. I track various influencer wallets. I track wallets of people that move markets. I track wallets of insiders. And check this out. We've got Crypto Banter over here that bought the Peanut token when it was still at 3 cents. This is Crypto Banter. They've got 1.1 million subscribers. When they buy a token and when they then talk about the token to this large audience, of course, this generates a lot of attention, and that attention at least partially moves into buys. And so this is then how that developed. The price went from 3 cents to $1.63. It's up more than 5,000% since then. And it's all because of the wallet tracking. It's all because we've got some of the wallets that they trade with. In total, we track 33 wallets of Crypto Banter, but it's not just Crypto Banter that we are tracking. We also track Alex Becker. We also track Crypto Gains. We track various people. In total, we've got more than 421 wallets. Crypto is really not just a game of luck. It also involves luck, but it's a game of luck and skill. And the more the game is played, the more the expected value of a trade will shine through, the less important the luck component becomes, and the more important the skill component becomes. So the skilled people accumulate more capital over time. And so I like this wallet tracking strategy that much that I made a dedicated tutorial section just on that. How can we find various influencer wallets? How can we then track them? And how can we finally also interpret the signals that we get from the wallet tracking? It's all part of the premium membership of this channel. Premium is not just about wallet tracking. It's also about on-chain analytics, right? The charts that we looked at today. It's also about backtesting. It's also about risk mitigation and portfolio diversification. There's more than 100 different tutorial videos in premium. And so once we've got a buy or sell signal, we have to discuss this. That's why we've got dedicated altcoin chats as well. So feel free to check it out. It's currently $125 per month. There's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you don't like premium, in case you don't make money, just message me within the first week and I will refund you 100%. There's really zero risk for you. And so is it possible that Bonk will go higher in US dollars? Yes, definitely, because it's riding the Solana adoption and Solana is taking away more and more from Ethereum. Is the current price very heated? Probably it is, because Bonk relative to Solana is quite expensive right now, and it's unclear whether or not it can break out of the historical trading range. I believe most upside is in the smaller meme coins. I believe that most upside is in the Pump.Fun ecosystem, especially the tokens that are in the tens of millions of dollars, not in the billions of dollars. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to subscribe. I publish this regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you in the next video, or see you in premium. Cheers.